Spurgeon here with RevZilla.
And I'm Lem, and we're here to talk to you today about the best Bluetooth communication devices for 2019. Now, if you're new to the world of Bluetooth comm devices, let me fill you in on exactly what they do for you. So, Bluetooth comm unit is generally a little thing that clips to the side of your helmet and allows you to interface with other electronic devices. Now, that might be a camera, it might be another rider's comm device. It could also be your phone, too. And the way you interface with your phone has to do with the earphones and the microphone that will come with your comm unit. It really does allow you to do a lot of different things. We'll break some of those down in just a moment. But it can be a little bit difficult to wade through sort of the sea of products out there, determine what features you do and you don't need. There's a pretty big variation in terms of price. And even if you know exactly what's different between the models, it might be hard to sort of marry up your needs with a particular product. We're going to help to demystify that so you know exactly what to buy.
As we break down this video, we're going to focus on 4 main categories, and we're going to start off with a price point that's going to be around the $85 mark, and then we're going to work our way up to the premium $350 unit. So we're really going to focus on a little bit of something for everyone.
Absolutely. Spurgeon's right. You really don't have to break the bank. So let's look at our first item today, winning the Lone Wolf Award.
Oh.
We're going with the Cardo Q-Solo. So the Q-Solo is pretty neat. Let's back up for 1 second. We talk about these things as comm systems, right? But if you're like me, and I think you are from time to time.
Sometimes, not always.
90% of the time, I'm actually not using this to communicate. Instead, I'm using this thing to jam some tunes, or perhaps I'm trying to get some directions from Google Maps, and a Q-Solo absolutely allows somebody to do that fairly easily.
Yeah, but in addition to listening to the sultry sounds of Judas Priest and Iron Maiden while you're out there on your ride, you can communicate with this thing. Keep in mind, you've got phone connectivity here. So
yeah, I forgot about
you've
that.
got a way that you can connect to your phone. So if you want to make phone calls, you can. And it's got noise cancellation that works really well. And you can eliminate the need for earbuds. I mean, I can't ride with earbuds in a helmet. It doesn't work for me. I will say that the speakers on this are a little bit more on the budget end, so you're going to lose a little bit of that bass response. But for me, the fact that I don't have to use earbuds with this, it's worth the minimal investment.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. This is definitely the most affordable way to get into the game. However, if you're on the fence about possibly maybe communicating with somebody else a little bit more simply, you should check out our next item for just a few bucks more. And winning our Lovebird Award, we have
the Lovebird.
We have the Sena SMH5. This thing basically picks up where the Q-Solo leaves off. It adds another rider into the mix. So if you're the type of rider who frequently has a pillion, this is probably something you want to look at.
Yeah, I mean, in addition to the pillion, though, I mean, keep in mind that you don't have to ride with a big pack of riders. Maybe you like to ride by yourself most of the time, but you have one specific riding buddy that you go out with on a regular basis.
Yeah, that's this guy.
But I think that's the other feature here, is that it just helps to break up the monotony of a longer ride by being able to just have a conversation with the person that you're riding with, or maybe that person just needs to let you know that they're hungry or they're running low on gas, and they no longer have to do a bunch of sign language to try and get your attention.
Exactly, and when you're talking to somebody, it just cuts in if you happen to be listening to music, and then you seamlessly move right back into your music. My wife loves this thing because when we're on a long ride, she can let me know about a pee stop rather than have it jab me in the ribs, or I push her 30 miles beyond when she actually wanted to stop. We just wind up kind of in sync with each other. It works out a lot better. Now, I will say, for those of you who are sort of on the fence between the Q-Solo and the Sena unit, I would say spend the extra couple bucks if you're able, simply because it's not that much money.
It's like $12.
I think it's like another 12 bucks, exactly. And what that's going to allow you to do is, again, potentially throw somebody else into the mix. So if you do have an infrequent pillion, or you do suddenly make a friend,
you might make a friend.
You could make a friend. The SMH5 is probably your better bet.
Yeah, so this is going to kind of split things as far as the video is concerned, because both of the units that we've talked about thus far are sub $100. These are great units for folks that are just looking at getting started, or maybe you just don't want a lot of the extra features. What we're going to shift to now are some of the more high-end units that are going to have in-phone apps that are going to allow you to ease of connectivity. They're going to allow you to preview video. So there's going to be a lot of this extra that we're going to talk about right now, and we're going to kick things off with the Social Butterfly Award. And the Social Butterfly Award is going to go to the Cardo PackTalk Slim. For those of you out there that want to ride with a large group of riders and you want to be able to communicate with all of them, the PackTalk is the communicator you should be looking at for 2019. Really what you're getting here is mesh technology added to the game, and this is going to allow you to connect to multiple riders extremely easily.
Yeah, so the mesh network allows people to move in and out of your network of riders rather than being all daisy chained together. So for those of you who understand electrical, it's really kind of the difference between wired in parallel and wired in series. So think of your Christmas tree. Do you have one bulb go out, or did every single string of lights behind that bulb follow with it?
Yeah, and Lem and I have done so many bike reviews at this point in time. 4 or 5 years of bike reviews where we have 4 or 5 people connected and one person drops off, and there's nothing more frustrating than sitting on the side of the road and trying to figure out how to get that one person connected back into everybody. And this eliminates all of that. I mean, that buzzword for 2019 is going to be mesh.
Absolutely. And the other thing, too, that comes along with that mesh technology is sort of distance. The Bluetooth units, they really are kind of good to like line of sight. However, with the mesh, you're really looking at up to a mile between riders, and your whole group can actually be 5 miles apart. Pretty cool.
Yeah, and the other thing that notes, too, is if you're looking at this, chances are you're probably looking at the Sena 30K. So a few things that I feel that sets the Cardo apart is, one, the speakers in this. I know I've heard a lot of complaints from people over the years about the quality of the audio from the speakers. I think the Cardo speakers are probably leading the way right now as far as quality of sound. The other thing is the natural voice technology that Cardo works in here. It does a great job of just picking up on voice commands. Everybody's got a phone in their pocket now, so whether you're saying, hey Google or good afternoon Siri, this does a great job of picking up those commands and allowing you to easily communicate with your phone.
Totally. Now, we've covered a couple of different situations here. We've covered somebody riding alone, somebody riding with a pillion or a buddy. We've talked about group stuff. However, there's one stage beyond, and that's if you want to talk to the entire world. Winning our Maximum Communication Award, we have the Sena 10C Pro.
And really, Sena's still leading the pack when it comes to being able to incorporate a camera as well as a communication device. And the 10C Pro isn't cheap. I mean, this is coming in around the $350 mark, which makes it one of the more expensive communicators on the market. But keep in mind, you've got a camera built right into the actual unit itself, and it's going to shoot in 1080p, and you're getting high definition audio, so you don't have to worry about trying to figure out how you're going to incorporate audio later down the road.
Yeah, the other thing that's really cool here too is that there's a live preview feature. Again, Spurge has been going on a little bit about the apps available here, but it makes life really easy, because what you can do is throw your helmet on, run your camera, and then you can take out your phone, and through the app you can simply see exactly what your camera is seeing. That's not technology that's always been around. We used to hook up cameras and we'd wind up checking something out, and once you got back and put it in the computer to look at it, yeah, and if you find out that the camera was looking at the wrong thing, this completely removes that problem. It makes it so much easier for your average person to just get out there and produce a really high quality video.
Yeah, and we started off this video by talking about the apps and how they can really add to the ease of use, and that's really where we kind of wrap things out to show you how those apps benefit some of these higher end units. And with that, it brings us to the end of our best communicators for 2019.
Now, if you need a little information on any of the things you've seen in the gear guides, cruise on over to RevZilla.com. We've got videos, we've got articles. We'll share with you our expert opinion that has come from a lot of miles using some of this stuff.
Yeah, and as always, you want to make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube so you keep up with all the content we have rolling out, especially the new rider type series where we walk you through what gear is going to work best for you based on the type of riding that you're out there tackling.
Think of the rider type videos as sort of a shortcut, whether you're on a V-twin or you're touring, or maybe you're just a beginner motorcyclist trying to figure out about the breadth of products that might be applicable to you. That's really kind of, you're into doing it quickly and efficiently.
So I want to thank you for joining us for this look at the best communicating devices for 2019. I'm Spurge.
And I'm Lem. We're out of here.
Enjoy the ride.